Hey to all my hustlers out there, and welcome to the Entrepreneur Hustle's 30-day Hustle Harder Challenge. And we are still pushing through to the midpoint of 2020 because why? We won't stop and we can't stop. We have to make sure that we hit our goals and we knock this year out the park. So let's talk about how can we do it? What skills, what are the resources, what is the mindset we need to conquer what is truly a challenging year? But it's not really ready for us and the challenge we have to kick right back at it. So today we're talking about evolution. The process of constantly evolving, of constantly moving, of constantly changing, of constantly readjusting. Because why? We know that the world is constantly moving. Every atom is constantly in movement. So even when things seem like they are getting stagnant, things seem like nothing is changing, that is just our mindset, right? That's just our perception of how we are seeing things, because we know everything is always moving. We're always changing. We're getting older. Hopefully we're getting wiser. Things are being thrown at us, and we have to constantly evolve and change and adjust to the things that are happening in our lives. And we have to not forget that evolution is an important part, especially as a business owner, especially as an entrepreneur. You have to be evolving. And it can become something where we figure nothing ever changes. It's going to remain the same. I'm going to remain the same. I've always done these things this way, so I'm going to continue to do it. It's worked in the past. It might be working right now. What's the point of evolving? What's the point of messing up the secret formula, of changing up the recipe? It works. It's good enough for me. But guess what? If nothing COVID has taught us is that evolution, if we don't force it ourselves, will be forced upon us. And what is our plan? And we're not in the practice of changing, of evolving. And we are stuck with the belief, with the mindset that just because I did it that way yesterday and the day before and the day before, I have to do it that way tomorrow. We have to remember that the world changes and we can change too. And it's a beautiful thing. Our change, our evolution, our continuing to grow and evolve is a beautiful thing. We should celebrate it instead of run from it. So let's talk about some steps that you need to do it. One, you have to remember that you can. It's an important part. It's not a bad thing. Evolution is a great thing, because you would hope that as you look backwards, you're a better person today than you were yesterday, and you will continue on in that evolution. You will be more savvy. You will be more open for opportunities. You will be able to see and make new connections, and that's all evolution is about. The ability to continue to twerk your secret recipe. So not only is it good for yesterday, not only does it have the memory of yesterday, but it's good for tomorrow and how the world will change us around us, because those external forces are always changing, but internally we can always change too. So we have to remember that you don't have to be the same, and you don't have to have the same mindset. No one has to force it upon you. It could just be any given day. Today you can wake up and say, today I was doing things that way yesterday, but it's no more. I'm doing it a new way, and I'm going to take in all the changes that it will bring, because I know that evolving is a good part. It's a good part about being an entrepreneur, and just as a person, that we're always making sure we're going forward, we're moving as the world moves around us, and we don't stay stagnant in our action or in our mindset, just thinking, oh, just because I did it that way yesterday, I have to continue to do that and be stuck in this rut. I have to continue with this job that I don't like because that's the way it's always been. I have to continue in this relationship because that's the way it's always been. It doesn't have to be. You can evolve, and that evolution can be slow, it could be purposeful, it could be step by step, or it can be a drastic evolution. And tomorrow you can wake up, you can shave your hair off, you can dye your hair purple, and that is the new you, and the evolution has happened, and the world will adjust around it. So we forget the world's always moving, and we should always be moving too. We should always be evolving. We should always be changing, and hopefully it's for the better. And guess what? If you do an evolution and it's not so great and you don't like it so much, you can always evolve again. It's a constantly moving process. You don't have to be stuck in a rut. So that's our tip for today: evolution. Embrace that habit. Love it, like it, and like, share, and subscribe to the Entrepreneur Hustle. Catch up on some missed episodes. July is almost here, the midpoint of 2020, and we're still knocking it out the box together. So join us as we tackle the challenge of 2020 with the Entrepreneur Hustle's Hustle Harder Challenge. Thanks.